welcome to Diaspo TV. I pray that you all are well and blessed and highly favored. Y'all will never guess who I have today. But before we get started, I want to thank Diaspo TV for having such a beautiful show as this and all the rest of the shows. I would like to thank Mr. Donald and Mr. Allen. Thank you. Mwah, mwah. Love you guys. So today I have a very special guest. She's near and dear to my heart. I've been trying to get her on the show, and I told y'all I love her spirit. You will find out. I have today Miss Linda Tomlison. Y'all show us some love. Yay!
It's a pleasure to be here.
Oh, you are a pleasure. You are a blessing. You are a blessing. You're a blessing. So I just want you all to welcome her. This is a beautiful queen who has come through so many challenges, but through his grace and mercy, she is still standing. And thank God we don't look like what we've been through. And, you know, she definitely does not. So we're going to get started. Let's dive on in. Let's dive on in, y'all. Okay, yeah. Okay, so first of all, tell us your name. Tell us where you're from and where you grew up.
My name is Linda Tomlison. I'm from Riviera Beach, Florida. I grew up there. I was born in Orlando, but I never remember living there until I got here in West Palm Beach, and that's why Riviera Beach rather. And I've been here since I was about 5 years old.
Oh wow! Okay, so then you went to school, the schools in Palm Beach County.
Palm Beach County. We went to parochial school, St. Francis of Assisi.
Now where is that?
Yeah,
is that a private school or?
It's a Catholic school. You know where? I'm going to take you back for a minute.
That's
the Marina Bank, First Marine Bank.
Okay, now see, you got to remember, I'm originally from Delray Beach.
Oh, okay.
So I'm not familiar.
Yeah.
Okay,
so Riviera Beach is it's near a bank. Well, you wouldn't know, but anyway, yes, there, Riviera Beach. It was a Catholic school. We went there for 8 years.
From kindergarten, pre-K through 8th grade?
From first grade.
First grade, okay.
We had the beanies and Oxford shoes, and we hated it, but we didn't realize. I realized now it was a blessing to be able to do that. You know, we hated it.
Right.
Kids made fun of us. You know.
And you had to wear uniforms,
correct? Oxford shoes, the little beanies on our head. We had the nuns. Honey, it was something else. It was a mess. The plaid dresses. It was. I hated it. I was really embarrassed by it, but in reality, that was a blessing to be able to do that. We found out later on, you know, our parents really sacrificed for us to go to school.
And that was your foundation.
That was my foundation. Yeah, I was raised Catholic. You know, I've since then changed, but I was raised Catholic.
Oh wow! I would have never known that.
Yeah.
Wow! And you said it was located where?
I'm trying to remember. How would you know? It's I don't know how I could tell you where it's at, but it's
Marine School.
It was the bank, First Marine Bank.
Oh, First Marine Bank.
Yeah, it was right over there by the. It's matter of fact, the building is still there. Matter of fact, that's where I got married at. But the building is still there, but it's a pink school. It's been there for years. You know, I'm a little up in age. I won't tell my age, but it's been there for a while. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So from going to school there, what careers and everything? How did you go about finding your way? Like, I know that you worked at the health department, correct?
Right. That's
now. That's right. And I'll never forget that. What a blessing. That was such. Oh. Wow, get me talking about that. But how long did you work for the health department, and what exactly did you do, and how many titles did you have at the health department?
Okay, that was many moons ago. I was called health support specialist. What we did, we went out to the schools and we did the vision and hearing screening for the public schools, and we screened them, you know, and if we found a problem, they would go to an eye doctor. So that's basically, we were screeners, you know, vision and hearing screen. We had little machines. When you hear a sound, raise your hand.
Right, the birdie in the ear. Right,
exactly.
Right.
Remember that?
And I'm going to tell you something. When I was in school, I've been wearing glasses since I was in the 8th grade, but I had to fake it for like 2 years. And what I would do, I remember those ladies used to come and do that, to screen it, and I used to ask the people in the front of me, I say, what's that letter? Because I couldn't see, but of course, because I couldn't see. I didn't think wearing glasses was cool. You know, I was 6th grade, and or 6th or 7th grade, and then I would ask them, and then they would say, oh, this bottom, and then I would memorize them. So by the time they would screen me, I couldn't see nothing. So by the time I got in the 9th grade, long story short, when you remember we used to get them written progress reports, and the teacher wrote, my math teacher wrote, please have Felicia's eyes checked. She squints to see the board, and I would sit in the front, and I would still be squinting, and then I had headaches. So anyway, that's enough about me. But that's where I met you, because is that how you started with the health department? Or did you have any other titles?
No, I started there, I think maybe about 6 years, and from there I went to the sheriff's department.
Okay, so you originally started as a health support specialist.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, at the where you met me at. Yeah,
right, where I met you.
At that time, and then from there I went to the sheriff's department. I think I stayed there about 6 years with the health department.
Really? Yeah. I thought you were there longer, because that was when that big shift came. When they called it the bumping, when we had the bump, because I remember, because when I got promoted to health specialist, you guys, I remember that's where I met you, and you were leaving to go, and I had just met you, but I didn't know that you were only there 6 years. I could have sworn you was there longer than that.
6 years.
Wow, my how times fly. So when you left there, you said you went to the sheriff's department.
Yeah, I applied for the job. It was a long process, about 3 months to get in, and I went in as a civilian. I think I worked there maybe 3 years. Then I went for the deputy position. They had an academy coming available. I had to drive way out to Belgrade.
Oh,
and
wow.
Because there's a college out there, junior college out there. So
right. You couldn't go to Lake Worth?
I think it was because it was. I think I think sometimes they're holding here this season. Next season is over there.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
So I drove every day. Yeah, me and a friend of mine, we both went in together, and I think that was in 1997. Yeah, I was the oldest one in the academy, by the way.
But that's all right. Look at God.
Yeah, okay.
When he's for you, can't nobody
career, real good career. I did 20 plus years there. I retired.
Oh wow! I didn't know it was
5 years ago. Yeah.
Wow, it seemed like yesterday. You'd be surprised how time flies. But you said you went in as a civilian. Mm-hmm. Can you explain that? What does that mean?
I wasn't certified. I wasn't a deputy. I was just common person.
A common person.
Yeah,
gotcha.
I did. Yeah. That's how they label it, but I wasn't certified. I had to go to school to get the certification for the deputy, and that's when I became a certified deputy at the time.
So you never had any kind of training before that or experience? You just went in just like us, a regular person, and you did that.
But let me tell you, that academy wasn't no joke now.
Oh, I can imagine, because I know as soon as they say,
run
over here, I'll be like, y'all, I walk over there, I'm not going to run over there. You know?
We had those drill sergeants, and they did not play.
Oh, wow. Mm-hmm. Now, how long was the training?
Boot camp. I think it was like 4 or 5 months, I believe. Yeah, we had to get pepper spray, we had to get, I chose not to get taser. I wasn't going to do that.
Oh, yeah.
We had the pepper spray, we had to go into throw the stuff, what do you call it? Tear gas. It was.
Wow, so they trained you with tear gas and did.
Well, that was part of the training: the tear gas and the pepper spray. They sprayed you in the face with pepper spray. And you had to count to 10, and you had to fight the bag while your whole face on fire.
Baby, no. Mm-hmm. I just said, I'm out. Oh no! So 4 months intense. So you said it was like.
We had college courses to take too, criminal justice cases too, but that was the physical part of it. Yeah, we had to fight each other. You know, it's a good program. You know, it's a good because you remember you going into the world where you got criminals that
exactly.
You got to learn how to defend yourself.
So you have to be prepared.
Gun range. I was terrified of guns. I did not want to deal with no guns at all. So when I first got on the gun range, the guy said, "Listen." He said, you're not going to pass if you're afraid of this gun. He said, think of money you're going to be making. That's when I started shooting better. So, yeah. But
I guess that will make a difference.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
It was very interesting. I never thought I would be in that field, but hey, it was what it was. I met a lot of unique people, saw a lot of things, good, bad. I realized that, people that, where they are in life with different stuff. You got the drug addicts, we got criminals. I mean, it was a lot of, the major crimes come through there, and you see the people, and you just wonder, Lord, what happened,
Right, right. And what were your biggest challenges being a woman of color, girl power, a woman of color, and being, in that type of environment? I mean, what were your biggest challenges? Was it with the community, with the relationship with, what I'm saying, the relationship with the police department and the community, and what was going on? What was your biggest challenge?
I would say it wasn't so much the, my biggest challenge, watching people come in there and they were, in the world and wasn't the mentally ill. And I saw people come in there. I saw little kids come in there. I had kids of my own. In fact, they came in a couple of times. But anyway, that's another story.
Well, that's okay.
But they're doing good now.
Thank
One's
God.
deceased and one's doing really well.
And I'm sorry.
Thank you. And I just saw people. Yeah, that was a hard one. I see people come in there. It's like, wow, homeless people. You see a lot of stuff in there, And you see people coming there for the first time, that's when I realized I had a lot of compassion for people, but I knew I never judged them.
Yeah, and that's the main thing.
And that can be anybody, You can do anything, domestic stuff coming. People that's never been there before, you can tell they were the first time there. And that was my biggest challenge. It wasn't even the people there, because, we all were there for the same reason, so, we have each other's backs. Yeah, that was my biggest issue, watching people come in there and just seeing what they go through on a daily basis. And some were just in and out all the time, You have the major crime, come on there. Somebody, got shot, stuff like that. You see people that actually did that to somebody. That was my biggest challenge, I never judged them. I just knew it was what it was. And, I had to maintain a certain professional,
Right. And that's why you were so successful with that. And, because I think you working with the public, I always tell people, if you're not a people person, don't work with the public. Because you're dealing with different, to me, now this is my opinion, you're dealing with different, I always say, because I deal with people on a spiritual basis, we all are spiritual beings, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. And, you're dealing with different personalities. So, but, with that being said, you said that was your greatest challenges, but what were your greatest rewards? What were those?
Oh, yeah. Seeing somebody come in there and somebody that I talked to that never came back again because I said something, and then their experience, too, was enough to say, hey, I don't want this kind of life anymore. And it went well. And some of them, they just made a mistake in their life, and they just, they told their stories, other places, whatever have you. That was my reward, That was my reward.
That's beautiful, Miss Linda. I liked you when I first met you. Your spirit is just so beautiful. I wish everybody had that, but anyway. I got to throw that in there. I got to. I mean, I'm not perfect. I try to. I don't, like you said. Sometimes you have to meet people where they are, and I try my best not to judge people because we all make mistakes, and none of us are perfect.
I made my share of mistakes in life. I wasn't always. I just never had a record, but I did my things in life. But I learned from them. I learned from them, and I share my experience and strength and hopes with somebody that I see in that same predicament. But none of us are perfect. We all have some stuff that we wish we would never did.
Oh, right.
But guess what? God be the glory. He brought us through, and I can tell my story. The way I want to tell it when a person needs it. And when a person needs to hear it because they'll come to you, with out of the clear, and they'll say something like, "Let me tell you what I did," But, thank God, for change.
Yeah, thank God. And thank God you made it. Because some people don't make it from what they've gone through. And then your life can be a light to shine on other people who are going through the same thing. And it could be a roadmap, a survival guide to get, to the other side to better themselves. But I also believe that a person would, want to change. You could talk to them all day, but it's between God and them at the end of the day, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? But I just thank God that you are able to talk, and still you're able to do that. So
and this is gonna sound weird, but it's like everything I went through in life prepared me for the woman I am today. I've gotten a lot older, but at the end of the day, it's like everything I've done in life is like, okay, I see why I had to go through that. And it was, just wasn't the way I play. The older I get, the more I realize, hey, everything's happened for a reason. I really, really know that now. I used to always say that, everything happens for a reason. So everything happened for a reason. So now I'm just trying to ask God to show me, what I need to pay attention to, and what I don't need to pay attention to, because, there's evil things out there going on, So
of course.
I just try to pray and try to have more sense than I did when I was younger. When I do have more sense now than I was younger. So it's like, God just, I have this relationship with God. It's a cool relationship with God.
Yeah, that's a beautiful
and
thing.
I didn't have that before. So now it's like I just know when and when not to, and be careful what I put in, be careful what I take in, be careful what I put out.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly, because all spirits don't deserve
that
light, and they don't appreciate it. They'll try to make fun of it or hurt it or whatever, instead of appreciating the gifts that God gives us all. And that's the topic for another day, but we're gonna talk about it. Maybe one day I'm gonna bring you back. Definitely. Of course.
After you come back.
Oh, I know you will, and you deserve that. So now I want to talk about your business. I want you to tell me about your first business.
Okay.
And how did you get started with it?
Okay. My first business, it started, some cousins and I got together, and we decided we were going to just paint,
okay.
Paint on the canvases, that kind of paint. And I said, wait a minute now, we had a good time, So from that started my first business, and I think I've been doing it probably maybe 8-9 years now.
Really?
Different paint, yeah. It's called the Great Paint Escape on Wheels. Yeah.
Oh wow! And do you travel? You do
that's the on the wheels. I bring the paint part to your desired location. I load up my truck, whatever have you. We got everything in there. We set up tables, chairs. We set up and we just get it done. I've done a lot of.
This sounds like fun.
It was a lot of.
And just giggling and everything like that. Oh, that's beautiful, Miss Linda. That's beautiful. That's how you got started. And you've been doing it for 8 years?
About 8 years, yeah. Way before I started my other business, yeah. I'm on Facebook, the Great Paint Escape on Wheels.
I'm going to look that up.
LLC. Yeah, there's a lot of fun stuff on it. Yeah, I said, and then I started saying, you know what? I started doing like charity work. It's like fundraisers for different people. I'm just doing it because, making money is a good thing. Don't ever get me wrong, because I need it. But sometimes you got to give back too.
Yes. So when you say the charity, is that with the paint business?
No, that's by charity. I did charity work with the paint business.
Okay. But before we get to that part, can you tell me how you did the charity? Tell me, how did you get involved and you did that? And can people locate you? Do they call you, or do you just decide you're going to pick a charity and do it, or how do you do that?
Whatever. Sometimes God lays stuff in my heart, and I say, hey, I want to give like churches are called. I want to do a paint zip party for the church as a fundraiser. Mm-hmm. So I said, okay, well, I'll charge this amount of money, and you put this amount of money in your pocket, for whatever charity you want, because supplies cost. But I give them a really, really good deal, because I've done more charity than I have, getting paid for it. That's just my heart. People say I shouldn't be that way, but you know what? I can't help it.
No, you are who you
are.
I
really can't help it.
You are who you are, and that's why you're continue to be successful in blessings, and that's why you are still relevant.
Thank you.
So now tell me, how, does that tie into your second business? Tell me your second business.
My second business is a nonprofit.
Okay.
It's called Tomlison Charitable Foundation. We have a website. That basically is. Okay, I feed the homeless.
Beautiful.
I do that whenever I see there's a need in the community. Like we have this nonprofit store that we can get stuff, reasonably priced, school supplies, you name it. Sometimes food, sometimes whatever you need. People moving in a place, whatever have you. I can get stuff that really, really discounted stuff, and I just share it.
Wow. So people call you and say there's a need in the community, or how does that work? I know you said you do it from your heart, but how do you know which community to go to? Do you just let the Lord, guide you, or there's people that can contact your business? And then after that, tell us about this business, your website, tell us where we can find it and all of that.
Okay,
So
I get you, yeah.
Yeah,
a lot of times I will partner with somebody. Partner with another organization.
Yes.
Whether it's feeding the homeless or getting clothes, whatever. You name it. We give out socks, everything. I'll partner with them, and sometimes I'll just go on my own. But I like the fact of partnering with people, because guess what? We get two nonprofits together doing the same thing. We can do a lot of stuff like that.
Working together.
So yeah.
Yes.
So but do that a lot, and I have maybe once a year I'll do like a big giveaway out there, because a lot of the stuff that we get comes from places like okay, this back in the day when Walmart, well, Kmart, I'm kind of like rating my age. Walmart, Kmart, they would take the stuff that people use and they would bury it. They would bury. I mean, they would pretty much throw it away.
Wait a minute, say that again.
If a store didn't need anything, they would throw it away. Back a little while ago. What has happened since then? They said, "Hey, give this stuff to it's like pennies on the dollar. Give this stuff to nonprofit people so they can spread it in the community." So now, like say, if Walmart has stuff that they want to get rid of, they'll ship it to this store, and we'll go out there. We'll just get stuff like little to nothing.
Oh, I had no clue.
Yeah, it's a.
Wow.
Nonprofit store. A friend of mine turned me on to it. And I think the same person. I have to give her a shout out, Shannon Stringer.
Yeah, that's fine.
She did my nonprofit for me, and she turned me on and said, "Hey, this is Because first of all, if you want to do something, you gotta have resources.
Of course, yes, you do.
To do things, and nonprofits, they can make money, but when you're starting out, you really give them more than you're taking in, but that's just how it is sometimes. And you go on, down the road and get bigger, whatever, get more resources and stuff like that. But we have to. They gave us the discounted stuff, and we just give it to people in the community. I've got some good stuff out there now. I shop out there myself.
Wow.
But you have to have a nonprofit in order to do that. Join out there,
Okay, so like a license or something.
Yeah. Now the nonprofit process it's like I said, Shannon Stringer did mine for me. You have to go through IRS. It's a lot of paperwork. That's why she did it. So you have to keep it up every year.
Is it like a tax write-off that you get?
It's like a tax write-off, and you keep it every year. You have to renew everything. It's a lot. I tell you. I hate to keep mentioning her name, but she's the best.
Do it because if she deserves it, give it to her.
Yeah, she does. She helps me keep my stuff up, and it's a lot. But the rewards are so good. You go through stuff, and the rewards are so good because you see people. I've said, Linda, hey, you know anybody? Can you get some toys for the kids? Can you get this for the kids? I said, yeah, I can get it. So that's my mom was a giver.
Right.
And I always say. If you're a giver, if you're a giver, God's gonna always make sure that you have something to give, and He does.
Even if it's just a word.
See, okay.
Yeah, really. I mean, that's what I think.
Yeah.
But so, how did you said the young lady helped you? But where is this store located?
It's up Vista. It's out west. I don't know if Vista Road. Vista.
In what city?
It's in West Palm Beach. There's one here, one in Pompano.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So all the nonprofit organizations.
The ones that want to can go right there. So they got to sign up, and they go there and they get, school supplies, stuff like that,
And is it open? It's got to be open year round because you got Christmas, you got going back to school. Those are just some of the things I could think of because people are always in need. They're always in need of something. I've never seen so many homeless people as I have now, and I just think it's so sad because I think some people don't want to be homeless. My mother used to tell us, rest her soul, she used to say, you don't laugh and make fun of people because you don't know people's circumstances. You don't know exactly, and you don't know. So before we wrap it up, I want you to tell me every aspect where we can reach you. Your Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, whatever, and the website that you said for your nonprofit. Yeah. So tell us the names of them first, and then where we can find you.
The paint business is called the Great Paint Escape on Wheels LLC. I'm on Facebook with that. You go on Facebook, type in the Great Paint Escape on Wheels LLC. I'll pop up. You can,
Can they even look at your name? Can they even put Linda?
Well,
that's a separate entity.
That Facebook is just for the business. The Great Paint Escape.
Okay, and they can book
if they put
everything in there.
Yeah, my information is on there. You can give me a call or you can send me a message, whatever, either or. My number's on there, everything's in there. All the information you need for the Great Paint Escape on Wheels, Facebook, just put it in there, it'll pop right up. You'll see me. That's the first one. My second one, Tomlison Charitable.org, Tomlison Charitable Foundation.org. That's a website. I'm on there as well too. So yeah, Tomlison Charitable Foundation.org, and the website open up. You'll see me on there as well too.
Okay, and that is for the
nonprofit.
And then they can go in and send messages to reach you as well and say, hey, you know, Linda, I have you know, a need for this and a need for that, and then that's how you do it. Now, do you have a staff to help you run it, or do you do it yourself? Oh, okay.
I use the staff.
Yeah. Well, that's a staff.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that's a staff.
Yeah, I have a lot of help here and there.
Yeah, because I would think that would be too much, because the need is so great in our community,
it really
you know,
is.
all over the world, really. So I'm just thinking, this poor lady, she can't do this by herself, you know. And do you drive with the paint truck that you do with your sipping paint? Do you drive to those locations?
I do.
You don't drive by yourself, do you? You have a staff of just volunteers?
Oh yeah, I do. Yeah, I have help with that. That's a lot of work.
Yeah, because you're telling me you're setting up everything. Because I would think that you would have a place, a building, and they can come. But I guess it is cheaper because the buildings are, you know, everything is so high. The overhead, you got to pay for the overheads. Yeah. So there you have it, young ladies and handsome men and beautiful ladies. Today my guest is none other than the anointed and appointed Miss Linda. And I'm going to have you back because your story is so beautiful, and you can tell us where where you are with your business. You can continue. And again, before we wrap it up, tell them again where they can find you.
Okay, you can find me on Facebook, The Great Paint Escape on Wheels, LLC.
Is there a phone number? Can you say a phone number?
I don't know it by heart. It's
okay, it's okay. No, but as long as you have the website,
it's okay. That's on Facebook. I don't want to guess the wrong number, but yeah, go on Facebook. The numbers are there. And for the nonprofit, go to Tomlison, TOMLINSON, Charitable Foundation.org. And you press, it'll pop right over. You can't miss it. Yeah, can't miss it.
Okay, and there you have it from the Nubian Queen herself. You have all the plateaus that she's on. You can look her up, and please support her business because she's been through a lot and God brought her through, and she's here now giving back to the community and making money too, like she says, because we got to eat too. But the thing is that she's giving back. She's giving back to the community. So with that, we're going to say good night. We love you. You're such a blessing to us, and thank you again, Diaspo TV, for this beautiful show and all the beautiful shows that we have. Thank you, Mr. Allen. Thank you, Mr. Donald, and thank you, my beautiful queen. Let's say good night.
Good night.
Blessings. Mwah. Good night.
Many blessings.
Many blessings.